Good day, this is Ray. Today is Saturday, September 17th, 2022 for me. Another day of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe. It is 6:50 a.m. on Saturday. I've been up since, I don't know, midnight, roughly. Couldn't sleep. I was thinking about a lot. I was actually thinking about the first time I was admitted to the hospital, not meaning that I was in the emergency room, but actually when I was admitted, I had my own room. I was being treated for a renal failure, and I was thinking about that time. I was in the hospital room by myself for a few days before my mom was able to come. But it was a very rough time for me. I mean, extremely difficult. And I just remember how vulnerable I was, how sick I was. I mean, I was down to 145 pounds. I couldn't walk. I was in so much pain. It just felt like everything, my whole life had flipped upside down. I sound like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sorry about that, it's early. But what really hit me during that time was, I remember there were a few times actually when I was laying in bed, looking at the wall, and throughout the day, throughout the night, I had doctors coming in, I had nurses coming in, I had respiratory therapists coming in, giving me breathing treatments. I remember one of the doctors came in and said, we might have to put you on a ventilator because your oxygen stats are just dipping extremely low. I had no idea what any of that stuff meant. But I just remember being extremely vulnerable, not being able to get up and go to the bathroom, having to use the bedside urinal, like these cans, these little small, I can't think of the name, but these urinal things you gotta pee in. Well, there was a few times where I couldn't even get out of bed, and I would defecate in the bed. That was extremely embarrassing. It made me feel like I wouldn't be able to do anything else, with the rest of my life, It was very difficult having somebody to come in, and I would apologize to them because they had to wipe me and change my bed sheets, flip me. Those were very tough times, and that hospital stay was the longest. It was over a period of 22 days. I was discharged briefly, came back to the hospital. So I was there a total of 19 days. Getting my blood drawn, having biopsies, getting all sorts of diagnostic exams, and not understanding anything about the healthcare system. I was on medical leave from my job, paying my bills from the hospital, just trying to keep things going. It was very difficult times. I got a pimple on the side of my nose, so try not to notice that too much. It doesn't matter. It is what it is, but that time really changed me. Not sure if it was for the better. I know my sense of humor is a lot different than what it was. I'm a lot more serious than I was prior to my health totally changing and me stepping down from the position I was in and moving back home, being with my parents and everything. Losing relationships and just everything changed everything. But it's made me more determined, more focused to understand a lot of difficult things, the difficulties of life, trying to prepare for after retirement, and that's some ways down the road, but I wasn't thinking about those things. Being sick, being hospitalized six times in a 2-year period, almost being wrecked financially, and being at my lowest points and being vulnerable, and just apologizing for not being able to wipe myself, and not understanding my health benefits, and going further into debt. Extremely difficult. And even now, not being 100% of myself, last night I was struggling. Like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to walk down those stairs to come down and have breakfast. I had a little breakfast, but not a lot. I don't really have much of an appetite this morning, but I've got to make sure I eat 3 meals a day at least, take my medications, stay on that schedule, because I know what it's like where, my kidneys almost failed, and, dealing with renal failure and not having equilibrium, falling over, excessive vomiting, not holding down food and things like that. I don't want any part of that. So I definitely am stronger because of that time 3 years ago. I am a different person, or I'm not a different person. That time, that challenge brought out who I've always been. I'm a very insecure person. And sometimes my insecurities show. I could come off as being a little bit timid. I'm not very forceful with my conversations. I try not to interject a lot. If I'm really strong at a topic, I could, talk about that and be perfectly fine with that. But, I talked about in a previous video, suffering from imposter syndrome. I think actually most of my life that's something I struggle with. And, it's funny, I'm a homeowner, but when I have somebody over, which is very rare, I feel like I'm the guest. It's very weird. I've got a lot of work on. I'm a mess. Okay. I don't want to make this video very long. I just kind of wanted to get some stuff off my chest and talk about some of the mental hurdles I'm trying to get over still. Some of the things I'm trying to cross. And, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to fully get over the past, 3 years. It was 2 years ago that I had the grand mal seizure when I came to work after the second day of being at work. It was the third day back after taking a week vacation and having a grand mal seizure, and that was a whole different thing. Anyway, I don't really know a good way to wrap up this video other than to say, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You can share it with your friends, family, loved ones, and if my struggles help you, feel better about your life, out whatever, it's like, man, he's got it bad. Glad I'm not an issue. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, if it does make you feel better, great. But ultimately, help somebody, teach somebody, be with your family. Life is not about things. You're not going to take this stuff with you. And as much as I can, I'm trying to simplify things, trying to become a minimalist. Don't focus on stuff. It's just stuff. Alright. I am going to edit this video, post it, and then I'm just gonna relax. I don't have anything planned for today. You all take care. I'll see you soon.